Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours. Well, part two of our investigation. So, as you see on the bed, we use. Here is Lily, just come up on the Horus device. And as we talk about her name, K2 is flashing on the bed there. So, this is one of the most active rooms that we investigate in when we come up here to Mooroopna. We call it Robert's room, as Robert was the gentleman who occupied the bed where the devices are. And there's a spirit there who's quite happy to show themselves off to the camera. Have a look at the case window. Right. The horse just said right when I said spirit making himself known to us. So yeah, also this is one of the most active rooms here at the old hospital that we investigate. But then again, we haven't really investigated every room properly. So the 12 times I've been here, I think we've only really investigated in 3 areas. Um, so we will eventually get around to watching, investigating all the rooms. But I thought for tonight, we'll come into Robert's room, and as you can see, Robert's letting you know that he's here. So always a great sign when the spirits like to play with the equipment while we just sit around and have a normal conversation. And yeah, we get answers like the K2 meter there. Oh, just got yellow. So someone's happy with us in that we're actually showing you them on the bed. So, as I said previously, Robert was a patient here. This was the dementia unit of the Mooroopna Hospital. When the fire went through in 2011, is that correct, Clive? Yeah. This was the only part of the hospital that wasn't affected by fire. Um, the other part of the hospital where you're not denied, the other part of the hospital we investigate only on a 12-hour overnight investigation. For the 4 hours, we spend roughly 3.5 hours investigating different parts in here. So, Robert's room, which we come into quite a bit, down the across the other side of the hospital, we've got the Admana room, which I call Mary and David's room because that's where we had contact with them the first time we were here, and we've continued to have interactions with Mary and David. And down near where we keep all our gear, where we sit down for breaks, etc. There's a little area to the right of that where we've had quite a bit of interaction with some nurses. So each night's different. Um, when we come, we normally find out that there's another one or two spirits that like to make themselves known to us. So they do that, communicating with us via different means that we use. On the bed at the moment, we've got the K2 meter, and that's what Robert was playing with before. To the right of that, we have a cat ball sitting out the front, and behind it, we have a REM pod. Here's the doctor. Here is the doctor. Well, we've got a doctor that's just come in the room. Beside the REM pod, the device. Sorry? EMF. Is an EMF meter. To the right of that, there's another cat ball, and to the right of that, there's a second K2 meter. Behind the second K2 meter, there's a spirit box, which is SP7. We use that and scan through the AM radio band in reverse, and Horace just said right. And spirits are able to use the white noise to communicate with us. So it's a little bit different, but it's a fun way of communicating with them. So it virtually gives them a voice. So Clive's just making sure that the and REM pod, sorry, was working correctly, which it is. So that voice is heard in the background. That is from a device that Gary Golker actually invented after his daughter passed away in a car accident, called the Boo Bear. So Boo Bear Senior, is it? So spirits are able to use the inbuilt library in Boo Bear, and they're able to communicate with us with that. So I did bring light. Someone brought light, but it was Clive putting the light on his torch. So, g'day, Angie. Um, it's going well, thank you. So, uh, who's the resident spirit here? That's his bed behind me. He's been playing with the K2 meter, making that go off, just to show off his skills and to let us know that he's here with us. So, Robert, can you move to the K2 meter and make the lights flash again, please? Like you were doing before. There's a lady from who's watching you at the moment. So, don't be all shy and bashful now, because there's a bigger audience. Earlier on in the stream, if you go back and watch it from the very start, you obviously see Robert playing with the K2 meter, making it splash. Not sure. So this is one of the devices that I use. That way. It's called Horace, and that 4 word banks in this. So it'll scroll through each of the pages of the word banks, and each time something else new gets said, and that comes page one, and everything else moves down. So yes, and the spirit in the bed behind us is Robert. So Robert was a patient here, passed away, and there you go. His family, yeah, his family donated the bed to the hospital. So I'll just unplug for a minute, so that there, and I'll actually show you. So there you go. So that's the young gentleman who we're actually speaking with at the moment, and who likes to play with the K2 meters. Rob also enjoys using dowsing rods because they're nice and easy for the spirits to use. It's something that they would have been used to in their day. And that's Rob saying hello back to you, Benji. So, Robert, Benji said to say hello. So you have a fan from America. So, yes. We come up here once a month. We alternate between 4-hour investigations and 12-hour investigations. This would be the last one for the year here. Then I think our first one next year will probably be February. Yeah, maybe January, depending on how much interest is going. So, but definitely February. February will be a 12-hour. So keep rolling forward. Next month would have been a 12-hour. January is a 4-hour. February 12-hour, and we alternate along the way. So, as I said, tonight's investigation we spend primarily here in the dementia unit of the hospital. On a 12-hour, I've shown some videos from across in the morgue, etc. And as you can see, when we're talking about Robert, he's letting us know that he's here. So, yeah, it's one of my hobbies, I suppose you could call it. We have a lot of fun. Um, I like to get other people to interact with spirits. So it's just not me doing everything where people say, oh, but you're faking the evidence. So I like to give things like my dowsing rods to someone else to use, get other people to ask questions, etc., which is better when there's more than just 3 or 4 people here. So the more people are here, the more energy that's around, and we did murder. Oh, that was nice. Whoever said that. The horse just come up with we did murder. And so, of course, the more people are here, the more energy in the room. And I think from my experiences, the more people you have here, the more fun the night is, and getting other people to actually participate in questioning spirits, using different devices. Uh, Dowsing rods, as I said, my favourite go-to bit of paranormal equipment that I use. Get other people to use them, and I've had I've just had confirm come up on the Horus. Other people have said that they can actually feel the energy go through the handles of the dowsing rods, and they can feel the energy. So as the rods are moving, they're actually feeling the energy of the spirit moving the rods, which is a great bit of feedback when they're actually using the rods and the rods are moving, independent of anyone. So I don't know, I just have to get Nick to go with me. Well, and you just have to come down to Australia, bring Nick down with you, and I'll take you out on a few investigations to a few different places over here. So hopefully, if you do come out, it's when we've got a 12-hour investigation on for the month. So you have a fun night. You will. So your insomnia actually works perfectly for it. But the thing is, will Nick come along to it? So, and if I get across to the States, I plan on bringing a few bits of paranormal stuff over with me to hopefully do some investigations over there. So yeah, just have to wait and see how things play out. So you are confined. So I think I'm being confined to Robert's room for the night. Yeah, so there's like plenty over there that I'd love to go and investigate. Of course, get in touch with expert on White Rabbit, with White Rabbit's linkage to the paranormal. Yes, Robert does like my company. So Robert's a real joker. Generally, the table that my laptop's sitting on tonight is sitting on the end of the bed. We are forever. Yes, we are. And on the last 12-hour, one of the ladies that came along had a yes no box, which she had up on the table. And I was telling the story about how Robert likes to play jokes on people. Next thing you know, it comes as no. And I know what Robert's like. So I had the joke with him. And next thing, yes. So uh, Robert's a great character at the hospital here. So on the other end, we have Mary and David. Mary was a young lady you can execute. No, I don't execute no one. Mary was a young lady who was born here at the hospital. She did a nursing degree here at the hospital. Robert, I think in his 80s when he passed away. He passed away. Oh, geez, Angel, I gotta go. Unfortunately. That was fine. No, judging by the photo, I say he might have been in his 30s, mid-20s to 30s, judging by the photo. So, yes, whenever we talk about Robert, he likes to make himself known. And I think knowing that I'm going live to other people, so other people around the world can see that he's even more excited. So we've got 3 people viewing at the moment. He's doing it now. Yes, Robert likes to play with the K2 meters. So, and he just says, thank you, Robert, for playing with the K2 meter to let him know that you enjoy communicating with us. So, the brand new batteries are then almost flat. So, just before I went live for the second time, I changed the batteries over in my Horus device, and they're almost flat because it's reset itself. So that's a little bit frustrating. But spirits are known to draw the power out of any devices you use. So the video camera I'm actually using is plugged into power source, and that's the only way I can keep that powered up for the whole night to record from when I got here, roughly 6:30, 6:45, up to I think about 7:30, and the battery in which was a fully charged battery in the camera should last for 2 to 4 hours. It was completely dead, so I had to get the electrical power supply connected up, and it's still recording. So when I get home, I'm going to have some roughly 3 hours, 3.5 hours of video to sit down and watch. So, and I see Angie's the only one who's watching now. So I've gone from 3 viewers down to 1 viewer. Yes, Robert loves to show off. He's a great practical joker. When got the message the doctor was coming before, Clive, we got a sign before on the Horus saying the doctor is coming. I just looked across at the Horus and Dr. Alan A. Myers, Clark. No, I don't deny anyone. So spirits can come in and make themselves known to us. I don't deny any spirit from coming to make contact with us, providing that they're not malevolent and don't want to harm us. So if they want to try and harm anyone, I generally say prayer to St. Michael the Archangel, which Angie, you'd know all about St. Michael, and follow that up with the Lord's Prayer. And Robert's having fun showing off again. So, yeah, as I said, more people that we've got investigating, more energy there is, and the more fun and the quicker the night seems to go. Right, you cannot make noise. and that was and I sort of think this is about the most active I've seen Robert, considering there's only 3 adults and 1 minor who are here at the moment. So I've said I don't mind Clive and Diddy being on um, in view, but kids, no. Sorry, unless you're 18, then I'm not going to include footage. So that's just me, how I believe things should be, but each to their own. Someone else wants to go out and do a video and have kids in it. That's their issue, not mine. So, but it's also good to have kids come along because they get to see what their parents like and get interested in it, possibly. And who knows, they might in bit of time start their own YouTube channel and do paranormal videos. So sorry, we could kill. Everyone could kill, but we don't kill. Do we, Robert? It's not nice to hurt people. It's fun when we play jokes on people, isn't it? Right. Can you see if you can light up the yellow light, please, Robert? It's almost getting there. It did go yellow? Oh, there it goes. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, and it's going yellow again. So I'm not sure if you can actually see the yellow light at all. The device, there's 5 LEDs in the K2 meter. The first light is your indicator. That's here to let you know that the device is on. So that's green. The LED beside that's green. Then you got yellow, orange, and red. So they make up the 4 colours of the K2 meter. And if a spirit's really got some energy in them, like I know Rob's very energy, the other spirits have been known to light up. Was that knocking?
Yeah. Boo Bear.
Oh, didn't sound like Boo Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some spirits are actually strong enough that they can light all the LEDs up and keep them solid for 1 to 2 seconds. So for spirits to do that, then they've got some energy to themselves. Well, if you're an evil spirit, I don't want to speak with you. You're not welcome here. No, there's no evil spirits that are welcome here. That's, that was a knock. No, that was like like a stone, small stone against the window. Now, up here, there's no way knowing that you can tap on the windows from outside, throw stones or anything, because they have 12 millimeters sheets of plywood that are boarded up over all the windows to stop vandals from breaking the windows and destroying the place, like they do to most other abandoned buildings. And apparently, we have Claire has come in to say hello. So Claire's not a name we've heard before. Not only is the K2 meter showing signs of activity, but the EMF meter, one of the LEDs on that just flickered as well. Yeah. We heard the sound inside, but it's an outside from the outside has been done, if that makes sense. Hello, we can get close. Yes, spirits are always welcome to come in and get close. The light went off on the round one to the right. Wait a minute, James. You talking about this one? Was that the device? I didn't actually see it go off. On the round one to the right. The only round one to the right is the REM pod. So no one next to it. Um, this device here ran. So the third one along. So K2 meters 1, REM pods 2, EMF meters 3. Yeah, EMF just went off again. Yes, that one. Yeah, well, the Spirits are having an absolutely fantastic night with us. And considering there's not many of us here, it's even better. Right. I said, yeah, I saw the EMF meter throw a orange light earlier, but I didn't catch it the second time. And the last one, the K2 meter. Yes, I did see that one go off when I was walked up the way. So now I don't have a phone or anything on my persons. Yes, you did say right. I don't have the phone on my persons. That's actually sitting up next to. There it is. There's my phone there. It's sitting up next to the laptop, which is away from the other devices there. The phones can actually set the devices off with the electromagnetic field that they generate. So we try to make sure that all our equipment is away from mobile phones to help eliminate those. Yes, well, phone on airplane mode. Even sometimes that still triggers K2 meters to go off. So depending on what type of phone you have, depends on how sensitive the devices are with that phone. So welcome to the second person who's currently watching. Jump on and say g'day in the live chat. I won't bite. I might be an Aussie. I might be uncouth, uncultured, and all the other crap, but I don't bite. Yes. Yeah, the other K2 is going off as well. So you can see on the right side of the bed where the mannequin of the nurse is, The orange light on that K2 is one of the older model K2s, which aren't as bright as the newer ones. So seeing yellow on that is quite impressive. So if you've got a question you'd like to ask, by all means, throw it in the chat, and I'll ask Robert or any of the other spirits here and see if they want to communicate or not. Because that's what we do when we come here. We just ask questions and we wait to see what happens with the devices. So it's good that I've actually got two people watching, considering what across the Americas, what, 5 a.m. Robert, Andrew would like to know if you can communicate with other spirits. So if you can communicate with other spirits, Robert, can you make the K2 meter light up, please? You've been showing off all night, lighting it up. Thank you. Yeah, she did say that you'd be watching Ange. So I know it's what, 5 o'clock on the East Coast, 2 o'clock West Coast time, if my maths is correct. And that'll make it 3 o'clock Central. No, 4 o'clock Central. Thank you. Robert, is Claire a friend of yours? If Claire's a friend of yours, Robert, can you light up the K2 meter, please? Maybe not. So I might try using dowsing rods, which are my favorite go-to device. And we'll see if the spirits want to communicate using these. So Robert, if Claire is a friend of yours, can you cross the rods for yes, please? The rods are opening up. So if crossing them means yes, then opening rods up means no. And yes, my hands are a little bit shaky, but I'm holding these up. And generally, when I use these, I like to keep my arms on a table or a bed or something just to help with a bit of that balance. So, Robert, using the dowsing rods, yes. Open the rods up, please. Thank you. Using the dowsing rods, are you amazed at the technology that people in America can actually see you communicating with us? And definitely across the rods for yes. So, and I think I just saw K2 meter go off also. Open the rods up. Fantastic. Robert, is Claire a spirit who has been here previously? Cross for yes, open for no. Thank you. Open the rods back up now, please. Make them face forward. Fantastic. Is Claire the elderly lady who's wanting to make contact with us? Cross for yes, open for no. I'm not sure if you can see these, but they're actually going outwards. So the answer to that question is no. So thank you, Robert. Robert, if you like playing practical jokes on me, can you cross the rods for yes, please? Thank you. Open the rods back up, please. Keep going. Keep going. Magnificent job. Robert, would you like for me to stream live when I talk to you from now on? When I come up here? Cross the rods for yes, open for no. And if you can see, the rods have crossed. So I think next time I come up here, I'll be coming down and spend some time with Robert, and we'll go live again in Robert's room. And without even asking, he resets the rods. So it's Robert's a great spirit to communicate with. We always have fun in his room. Even when not in his room, he makes himself known in the hallway just outside the door here, where he told us last time he likes to be called Robbie. So I don't know whether that was actually him saying that. Yes, Ange. What, third and fourth lights, and the fourth light again. Well, the 2 meters. Yes, he does like the attention. Um, he likes to play jokes on people. I have actually asked him. Yes, I know you're here, Robert. I have actually asked him that if female that comes into the room, if he likes them, if he can pinch them on the bum. So, well, you did the rods, the other lights were going off.